Hello, Manuel. Thank you for receiving this message. Settle in. I'm rather deliberate. I apologize. Just settle into the moment. It's a moment that you helped to bring me into, Manuel. I don't know if you remember, uh, well, I met you on my first retreat with Blue Morpho in December of 2023. And you were there to support us and your friend Hamilton. And it was quite an experience. I ended up going back many, many, many times. And I thought I was going to see you there every time. It was fabulous. The last time I saw you, last time we saw each other in person, was in Nosara, March of 2025, last year. It was right around my birthday. And Sharon and I were to head from Nosara back to the jungle. And I was to complete my training with Maestro Hamilton. I ended up going on and did his apprenticeship. And I finished those final retreats and ceremonies and training programs, and Spirit told me, now you're done here. Go home and finish your inner work. And so I did. You were very kind. You had invited Sharon and I. You were playing in a concert. You were leaving, going and playing in a concert, and we had a day or so. We were trying to figure out what to do, and you had invited us to come and see you play. That was generous. Manuel, when what moved me so on that first retreat in relation to you and your music, during the landing period, those first 4 ceremonies were horrific for me. The third one especially. But never fail, the end of every night, I was dissolved in beautiful tears as you played and guided us home. And I think it was La Danza de los Toledos. Or at least that brings me back there to that moment. But you played it in all of the beautiful jungle sounds. The Tucutana Yucatana was right there with us. And I wonder what your experience is in playing it, Manuel. It struck me when I first heard it as the soundtrack to the very human experience. It was just it's so moving and resonant. And while I have loved music my entire life, I was never able to play it. It just did not, playing music did not make sense, and I had suffered many traumas as a child, and I was out of rhythm, literally out of rhythm. I had a heart arrhythmia, and things just did not line up. But I had picked up the drum. Anyone can bang a drum, and I banged that 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 drum until the drum banged itself, until the music was flowing through me, and the beater was moving to the rhythm of the music that I had become. Went everywhere. And I came home from the jungle last April, Manuel, and through April and May, right up to the beginning of June, I suffered a series of horrific and complex traumas of multiple types, compacted and pancaked. And it put me into quite a state. And the recovery and integration of that experience was extreme. It required a couple of trips to the jungle, and basically I'm emerging from that now. But back in September, last September, as I was tapping in more deeply and more deeply, and playing my drum, and I then moved on, I was playing the turtle drum, a tongue drum. And that was beautiful, and beautiful music was emerging from that, and beautiful patterns. It wasn't octaves, just beautiful patterns. Do, re, mi. I figured it out, but it didn't come naturally. The octave math finally landed. But it was in September when Spirit said, go get a guitar. Okay. So I went to a music shop that's been in the neighborhood my entire life, and I'd never walked in. I walked in, I bought 2 guitars. And this is the first guitar I ever bought. This is Mercy, named after my friend Mercy. She was at that retreat where we met. Mercy struggled greatly, and that's when we connected. It was beautiful. And when I first held Mercy, immediately my hand, this is Betty. Betty wanted to go all over her. Just wanted to touch her and feel her, and it was like an old friend. And she taught me that she's the guitar, she's not the instrument. She said, no, I'm the guitar. She said, put us together. We are the instrument. And the music flows through us. Maestro Hamilton, Manuel tells the story of his first experience as an apprentice under Don Julio. And Don Julio started shaking his shakapa, as Maestro tells the story, and he said, "Sígame, follow me." And Hamilton followed him as a good student. And I followed Hamilton for a long time. And then once in ceremony, another voice came to me. And it was the great Aztec Christ, Quetzalcoatl. And he told me, "Ven conmigo a la música de la vida." Come with me into the music of life. And the Spirit was inviting me to walk alongside it as it pointed out things, but encouraging me to find my own and share what I find along that path. And so that's how my music emerges, Manuel. You were graced to receive these beautiful musics and pull them out of music and pull it out of the ether and share it with us. And I turn on your music and it fills me up, and I fall into that stream where you found it. It's always there, it's always been there. And I go in your flow and I share what I see from there, my own experience, and we bring the two together. So in effect, I'm using your gift as not only canvas, it's container, it's just bringing it together as one in celebration of music itself and in celebration of your gift, your art, and you. And I hope you receive it that way. That's where it's coming from. So I thought I would play that song. I've been meaning to send this message to you for quite a while. I'll let you know the inspiration that you had provided to me. But I hadn't yet dared. Too much respect for your craft. So hopefully I can do it justice. We'll play this first one, and then we'll just see where it takes us, and we'll make the transition. the last note. Beautiful. Oops, I apologize, Manuel. I've got a little bit of a twangy string there on that high E. I should say high D. Oh, well, this gives me an opportunity to show you another trick. Manuel, as you can tell, the gift that emerges creates opportunities for experiencing music in even more dimensions. And so I'm going to show that. I wonder if there'd be an opportunity for us to collaborate and create some beautiful art, perhaps. So let's just play this next one. Let's see what. Oh, conversación con juegos. Yes, sir. musician to musician, if I might. Apologize for a little twangy string there. The beauty's in the imperfection. The other piece of the miracle and the gift, Manuel, is I play with my left hand too. Same thing on the left side. But I'm still clearing some things out, and you can see I had a little run-in with a saw recently. So we'll be playing with the four fingers. I hope you are well. I follow you along on Facebook. I celebrate your success, and I am grateful that you bring your gift into the world. And it fills my heart that your fellow countrymen recognize the gift that you are. A treasure. Not just a national treasure, you're one of our treasures. Thank you. I'm grateful and moved to consider you a friend. Thanks.